With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Saquon Barkley, and not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Hall of Famer Howie Long with a tackle. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Watch the screen. 11 feet. Check right 33. Check right 33. Hey, exit.
Throwing on second down. Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, here's Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This will be taken very short.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 27.
Alpha. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Right here, you're mine. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, Wahoo! Mike's 50, Mike's Gumbo. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check it backer, check it backer.
Throwing now is Carr. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 16 yards, a first down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay,
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Hatchet. Check 24.
On first down, Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Carr. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Got a man, it's Randy Moss. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check 25. Check the Raider 2. Hey, hold it. Check back 25. Check back 25. One twist.
Carr going to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Luck. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Check out. 675. Watch the run. Watch the run. 12. Go.
On 1st and 10, Luck. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Hey, Haywood.
On 1st down, it's Long. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 17-yard line.
Check out.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken short. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Raider 1. Watch left. Watch left. Watch left. Hey, I-7. Mike 50.
Carr. Incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 52 yards. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, it would have been fourth down.
Exactly. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go. Hey, Delta. Mike 50.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Moss as he'll get it on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal. Saquon Barkley running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Blue dance. You go tight. You got tight.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second and 12, Carr. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, team 6, team 5.
After the interception, it's Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out, and the Raiders pick it up. Past the 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check tight, check tight, check tight. Hey, check tight, check tight. 54, Monday. 54. They can't hang with us. Shift. 6-6, pull it high. Check. Qual. 5.
Now Locke. Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, box drop.
From the gun, here's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Pick it up. Watch out. Raider 1.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, here's Bo. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Broncos 14, Raiders 11.
Check out. Line 40. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Exit.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Broncos push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Carr now to throw. This is caught. 22 yards there, a first down. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 2nd and 2, Luck. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
They're on the 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Carr. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he stopped immediately there.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient and let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bronco, Brian Dawkins. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in there.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down. You ready?
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go. Check out.
Five down. 808. Hey, wahoo!
Carr now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
29. 59.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
7:34. Express.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I got one.
Now Carr. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
That's a gain of 8.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Randy Moss, 59 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Vick operating on first down. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A good pickup there, 22.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
55.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Vick. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Vick on the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defense...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
93.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Michael Vick. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing again on second down. Carr, and that is incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here's Carr to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth.
Christian Travis.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got to get down. Express.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Man open, it's Moss complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Mike spot 9.
Hey, Raider 2. I got it. Hey, orbit.
Mike's 59.
On play action, now Carr. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
First down, Barkley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go. Right there. 60 out long. Yeah, right there. 54 miles. You're not ready. You're not ready.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Results in a first down.
Watch the pass.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the run, it's Barkley. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Forced out to us. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Hey, Echo. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike 50, Mike 50. You don't want none, baby. You don't want 734.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught by Randy Moss. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Watch the before.
From the 35 on second down. Carr got a man. It's Randy Moss. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
6-18. 54 Mike. Rip right, rip right. Mike 5-4.
Go.
Mike 5-4. Bring it.
637. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike.
Here's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th. Going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Jackson on 1st down. And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Barkley out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From the 27, Jackson looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, Charles, switching gears on a bit of a sad note. On Tuesday, October 22nd, Willie Brown passed away. Willie Brown, 16 seasons in the NFL. First 4 for the Broncos, and then the final 12 as an Oakland Raider.
And just think about his career. Hall of Fame 1984, 9-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. And let's face it, the lasting image we'll have of him as a player, that interception for Fran Tarkenton in the Super Bowl. The old man, Willie Brown, taking it all the way back, 75 yards against the Vikings for a touchdown. The Raiders won Super Bowl 11. I had the pleasure of getting to know Willie Brown over the years. And when I tried out for the Dallas Cowboys, we scrimmaged the Raiders at one point. And Willie Brown came over to me and had some nice things to say to me, which was really pretty cool coming from a man of his stature and a man of his ability. And I'll treasure those nice words forever.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go.
This is Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Hey, it's all around. Slam. Put down. Check.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Down. 180.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
On second down now, Barkley, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Right there.
They'll run with Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Get in the right room. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Okay, partner, let's mix things up a bit. This is something that's been a staple of morning television programs for a long time. Let's bring it to Madden. Some power rankings. Give me your top 5 through 7 weeks.
All right, I'll start with number 5, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he can throw it as well as run it, but his running, that's so exciting. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Looks like Aaron Rodgers and his head coach Matt LaFleur, looks like they're in sync, and the Packers are playing awfully well right now. Number 3, San Francisco. Their defense built to travel. They can play anywhere and take on anyone, and they run the ball on offense. Number 2, New Orleans. They've survived without Drew Brees. In fact, they flourished with Teddy Bridgewater, and their defense, vastly underrated, one of the top 3 in the league. And last but not least, shocker, New England. And I did think about putting New Orleans ahead of New England, but New England's defense is the best in the league, and Tom Brady on the other side, they still reign supreme.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Flushed out right. And he will find T.O. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do just...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, last 50, last 50. All day, baby, all day.
The final shot here before half for Carr. It's Randy Moss complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Randy Moss, 75 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Now Saquon Barkley, and an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Three down. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming up the edge, yeah.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Patrick.